Hi, I'm Farrell Barron, the producer of Planes, Fire and Rescue.
I'm Bob Sganaway, the director of Planes, Fire and Rescue. In the first film, Dusty Crophopper sort of, found his dream of becoming a world-class racer. In our film, he discovers he may never race again, and he has to find another passion, to embrace. In this case, it's the world of wildfire air attack. But what's interesting is, in real life, that plane is not only used for dusting crops, it is used for wildfire air attack. So Dusty himself sort of led us into this world.
It was very important for us to have an American Indian character because American Indians have a long history of firefighting in the U.S. So having Wes Studi, who is a Cherokee Indian, have the voice of Windlifter was amazing. And then Del Dye, who plays Cabby. Del Dye is an ex-Marine, built a career consulting on World War II and Vietnam movies, and then built himself up as a really great established actor. So having him play an ex-military plane in the movie was a lot of fun, as well as all the smoke jumpers. A great young comedic cast of actors playing the smoke jumpers, which brings a lot of youth and excitement to the movie.
Yeah, of course, Dane's back as Dusty Crophopper, and he's excited. He was excited to do this because we really kind of elevated the storytelling. We were able to sort of dig deeper into the characters, so he had a little more to sort of sink his teeth into. From a cast standpoint, the new cast, it's awesome. We've got Ed Harris as Blade Ranger, our no-nonsense sort of fire, battalion chief of the team, and Julie Bowen we have as Dipper, she's our sort of buoyant water-dropping aircraft, and we like to say that she's not crazy, she's just hopeful that she might have some sort of relationship with Dusty Crophopper. She's his biggest fan. I have 6-year-old twins, and so, you know what? I like the idea that this film has aspirational characters. This is about selfless, courageous men and women who go put their lives on the line every day for strangers, and the fact that families can come and have a good time, a lot of action, a lot of fun, but walk away with a film that makes them feel good and can inspire their kids to be like these firefighters is something they can take away.
Well, this is a big world, and what we do at Disney Toon Studios is do just that. We like to build worlds and make multiple movies within those worlds. So this is the second movie within this series of films, and but we were inspired by the firefighting. That's what launched us into this. So right now we're circling above, trying to figure out what could be next, and until we find that gold nugget that really inspires us to want to go in that direction, time will only tell. But it's a big world. There's certainly a lot of room for multiple movies, so we'll see.
Really looking forward to today. I'm a real kid at heart. I've always loved Disney. But of course it's also, today is linked with Change for Life, and I'm still very much an NHS GP. So anything that we can do to get people more active and losing those extra pounds, because too many of us are not shedding enough, is great. So it's a double whammy really for me. Great day out. Who wouldn't want to go to a premiere on a Sunday morning in London?
Can you just tell us a little bit more about that cause and why it is so vitally important?
Change for Life is an NHS campaign really to try and get all of us, mainly our children, more active. So we're talking about giving people simple lifestyle changes that will make a huge difference to their long-term medical health and actually how long they're going to live. And as an NHS GP, I am horribly aware how many of us are carrying too much weight. And I often say, actually, I think the vast majority of us who live in the UK today haven't experienced day-to-day life without a free NHS. We're incredibly lucky to have it. I know it doesn't always fulfil everyone's needs, but I always think the NHS is a bit like mum. She can be a bit irritating sometimes, and she doesn't always get it spot on, but when she's gone, you're going to really miss her. And obesity alone could cripple our NHS. So on a serious side today, I think it's really important that we all, so me as a doctor, me as a mum, me as a person, me as a TV presenter, and all the other people, so politicians, managers, clinicians, that we all do our part to try and make our nation a little bit healthier.
How vital a role do you think shows like Embarrassing Bodies have in reducing the stigma in talking about our more embarrassing issues?
Do you know, I had no idea how successful Embarrassing Bodies would be. I am so proud of it. The NHS approached us and told us that we've saved them, millions. And interestingly, my own patients come and see me, and I've known these people for sort of 20 years. They will come and see me on the back of the show because they've got a similar problem to something that's been aired on the show. So I think actually the television company that make it, Maverick TV, have done a phenomenal job of, it's cheeky, you know, it's Channel 4, it's edgy, but what it also is very educational, and an awful lot of people use the show as a kind of green ticket to come in and make that appointment, and that makes me feel really proud.
What are the key steps we can take in the battle against obesity?
I think one of the problems today is we live in a very quick fix culture. So everybody wants to drop a dress size by the weekend. And it's boring to do things slowly, but that's the way to really make a difference, and it's the way to keep the weight off. So often it's actually really small things. It is getting off the bus a stop earlier. It is getting up and walking across to somebody with a note rather than just sending an email. It is not using the lift at work, it's looking at your portion size, all those sorts of little things. And that's where, you know, the Change for Life website, changeforlife.co.uk, has got loads of little tips that they're not mind-blowing, but actually if you can make those changes and stick with them, and let's face it, small changes are usually easier to stick with than some crazy fad diet that is completely incompatible with any kind of normal life, then actually that's when you make a big difference to your health.
What's the special magic of a Disney film, do you think?
I don't know, I think they do deal with serious subjects, but in a way that kids can relate to. And I think as an adult, I do appreciate that children do need to have those real subjects talked about. And I think Disney do that, but in a very playful way. So I think Disney are great. I've loved Disney films forever, and to be able to share this with my daughter is absolutely amazing.
Is there a particularly Disney film that means a lot to you, that has a special place in your heart?
I'm such a girl. It definitely is for me. It's got to be Beauty and the Beast. Every girl wants to be Belle. At the moment, I'm working on original material. I'm working with a great group of musicians called the Hip Hop Orchestra, and we're coming up with some very new stuff. So fingers crossed, it'll be coming out very soon. To be honest, I'm trying to do something very different, but also something that's uniquely me. So it's very much R&B related, because that's where I come from. I'm very soulful, so it's still got that, but with an element of classical training in there, so it's pretty cool. I'll be leaking bits and pieces in the next couple of months, so literally there will be bits and pieces coming out, and then the EP's out towards the end of the year. There will be live dates. If you check out JadaFace101 on Twitter, there will be loads of updates, and I'll let you know where I'm going to be. We're talking about a few film bits as well, so I might be branching into the acting side, we'll see.
What kind of stuff would be your sort of dream role? What kind of films would you like to be in?
Well, to be fair, at the moment it's talking about paying somebody like Tina Turner. So to me, that's ideal, because it's singing, it still is what I love to do, but also I get to play with the acting as well. So fingers crossed if it all goes well. To be honest, I just think that she sings from inside. I think she always sang from inside. Her church background obviously meant that she had it inside from a very young age. So I think she just applied that to popular music, and I think that's what you've got to do to make it in the industry. I'm hoping that I'll be okay. I'll have a lot of training and I'll have a lot of help to study her and get it down. So fingers crossed, I'll do my best.
Do you know who's going to be your Ike yet, or who you'd like to be your Ike?
I have no idea. I really don't want to think about it. Whoever gets to beat me around the studios is... yeah, I'm going to have to pay the beaten woman, which I don't do well. I mean, we've all seen the original Ike and Tina, so we kind of all know what goes on behind the scenes. But to be fair, it is going to be a really good chance for me to learn more about her, and she is such a great idol that I can't wait, really. It's going to be amazing.
When that's going to go into production?
Well, at the moment it's still sort of in the pipeline, but we are talking about it, and if I do get the chance to do it, it'll be absolutely amazing. Message to my fans, I would say that you guys are with me every single day on Twitter and on Facebook, and I do realise that you're still out there, you're still rooting for me, and I just want to say thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
I'm currently working on a British comedy called Chicklet, which has been a great experience. We've only got 2 days left of filming, so we're nearly done. But I hope it'll be out either late this year or early next year. It's a comedy about 4 guys who have to write an erotic novel as a get-rich-quick scheme, and have to employ my character to pretend to have written the book. I liked that it was challenging the sort of erotic industry and showing that women can be powerful within that, and also sort of laughing at how trivial it is, but how much of a big deal it's become.
It's an honour to be asked here for the day to come and watch it and a film premiere with Disney. Everyone loves Disney films, they're always great fun, and it's really great to pick a subject that's close to my heart.
It's always nice to get some recognition, and it's nice that it's a younger generation that actually see it, because sometimes they don't fully understand the kind of work that we do.
I've always wanted to be a pilot. I was a bit of a geek through school. I joined the air training course, so ever since the age of 12 I said, no, that's what I want to do. I want to be a pilot, I want to fly planes.
It's not a normal job, what you would expect, and you don't always know what's going to be around the corner, but that's what makes it attractive, to be honest. That days aren't always the same, and a week from now you don't know where you are. For example, I didn't know I was going to be down here until 2 days ago, so that's kind of nice.
There's plenty of things you can do if you want to be a pilot. For example, there's the Air Training Corps, the Air Cadets, which you can join from the age of 13, which is a really fantastic experience. You get to go flying, you get to go on expeditions, you get to do all sorts of fantastic events. And all I can say is, study at school, work hard, and if you want to make your dreams come true, it can happen.